So welcome everybody to the 2016 U.S. Open 10-Ball Championship. We're coming at you live from the Predator Arena in the Rio Hotel and Casino. I'm Freddie Agnier. I'm here with George Tejachea.
Thank you, Freddie.
George, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. This is my first year joining the team here at CSI with the commentators booth, watching this exciting match between Oscar Domniguez and Donny Mills.
Oscar is well known on the West Coast. Oscar runs the Mez West Tour. He's been a Moscone Cup member.
Yes, he has.
Donny Mills is from the Southeast. He's from Clearwater, Florida. Donny's nickname is Carlot. He's a businessman, and he's had some success on the internet over the years. A lot of people have seen Donny Mills play.
Yeah, Donny, I guess his most notable finish is a 2009 third place finish at the U.S. Open. Playing 9-ball, and then right after that he led up with a challenge match against Shane, a race to 100.
Yeah,
and he actually did a good job there.
It was a rack your own, and I think in all of his breaks he only was dry 1 or 2 times.
Wow, so we can expect a big break from him then.
Sure.
Okay.
So we're playing 10-ball alternating breaks. It is a race to 10. You'll see down below on the screen there's a percentage. We are using Fargo rating, and the way their Fargo rates are. At the beginning of this match, we're saying that Oscar Domniguez is slightly favored, 55 to 45%. Oscar with the first break. Using the magic rack here, and he dropped the 6-ball, the line ball, and he has a shot in the 1-ball. George?
The 1-ball, he'll probably shoot that to the right-hand corner pocket, I'm thinking. And come around, try to avoid the 10 and get on the deuce.
So both these players are not known for small table tournaments. Donny said this is actually his first major small table, 7-foot table tournament. I know that Oscar's played the U.S. championships on the small rack before, but it's not something they do all the time. So you can see here that the balls are pretty tightly.
They're wide open. That's his only hard shot, and he bumped the 4 and got perfect. He's liking the shot on the 2. He'll probably go up to the head rail, 1 rail off, about down by the 10-ball for the 3 on the side. I'm thinking. Although it looks like he might be drawing it, staying away from that.
1 rail across.
Yeah, came over.
And you're going to see some different paths from the cue ball when you're playing on the 7-foot table versus the 9-foot table. And a lot of these guys are going to opt for patterns that probably leave the longer shot.
Yeah, they don't mind shooting the longer shot. Right, correct.
There's nothing going to be long here.
There's also this is also a new cue ball.
The brand new cue ball. We're using Cyclop TV sets, and this is the new cue ball for Cyclop. It's 1 big red dot instead of what they had before, which was I think the Cyclop logo.
And there you got a good shot of Donny's intensity at the table when they just showed that close-up of him.
Oscar was dead straight there, so he had to just draw straight back and try to bump the ball, and he didn't get great, but at least he's not trapped.
Let's see if he goes for this down the rail.
That's what it feels like.
You have to go 2 rails for position on the 5, though.
I think so.
You go to the middle of the table.
He's made the ball, but he's trapped himself on the 10-ball. He can see the 5-ball, but there's no real shot here. It looks like he'll have to play safe.
Yep.
Nice overhead view here.
How do you like playing safe? You can see the left side of that ball as we look at it now.
If you can see the full ball, he'd just stop it right there. But I don't think he can see the full ball, so he's going to have to cut across it and have the cue ball go up the table. The 5-ball is going nowhere.
No, it's going to stay right there, and he's going to get behind the 10. That's what I saw.
A very nice shot.
His speed was almost perfect. I think it might have leaked at the very end.
It has, and let's see if we can.
I wonder if he can hit that and just park that cue ball between the 8-9.
There's a nice view of it here. He's slightly hooked. He could get it with a half masse or a jump shot.
But he can't see enough to go to the rail and try to get behind the 8-9.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's going to have to either cut it real thin or maybe even go into those balls.
He's looking. He actually aimed this up as if he can actually shoot this ball, which wouldn't be such a bad play given, the table conditions are really, really brand new cloth, brand new clean balls. He can just slice this in and.
He went for it.
He went for it.
It's going to cost him the game.
I think so. On the 6-ball, with the 7-ball, we're going to see if the 7-ball passes. But if it doesn't pass, he'll come down table for the 7 in the side pocket. It's got a full ball. It looks like it's got a full pocket to get through.
Mm-hmm. This is a pretty standard run out for Oscar here. He'll just come over, play the 7 next in the side, and then work his way down to the 8, 9, 10, and just pretty much connect the dots here. Although he's on the wrong side of this ball.
Yeah, and
it's okay though.
He's a little.
It's
I guess
okay.
he is a little bit upset here, but because he'll just roll forward, and I don't think he'll have any problem here. But he ideally wanted to get below that.
Yeah, as you can see, the Fargo rate down in the bottom with Donny at a 45% and Oscar. There's not even 10 points difference in their Fargo ratings. Donny's at a 756 and Oscar's at a 765. So not much of a difference.
45 to 55. That in poker that'd be a coin flip situation.
It pretty much is. Game here, game there. One dry break, especially in this alternate break format.
Right.
Can make a big difference. That big miss by Donny there, actually.
Do you then Oscar takes the first game? What do you think, George? I mean, I don't fault Donny for shooting that ball, but it was the first offensive shot for him. Right.
He just undercut it.
Yeah.
He wanted to hit it thinner, but the only other thing he might have been able to do is cut it even thinner, which he was trying to do. And softer, which is hard to let yourself do it, especially your first shot. Yeah, your first shot. It's hard to just walk up and take a real soft shot where you barely hit the rail and roll maybe 10 inches past it to get behind the 8.
Right.
And that's about all he really had was to go for it, and he did. But it cost him. And the good thing is somebody has to win the first game. The bad thing is it wasn't him. So
we're alternating breaking here, and Donny's racking, and we were using the magic rack.
How do you like using the magic rack as far as breaking? Do you prefer a softer break, a harder break? I've seen, as I looked around the room earlier in the first matches, I saw a lot of players hitting pretty hard.
Yeah, so it seems to me that what you want is a solid break because the way these tables are and the way the brand new balls are, that second ball, either the 8 ball and the 4 ball as we view it, goes to the side pocket.
Right. They both come straight up, actually, to the side. As there goes the 4, right? And the 8 and the 3.
Great angle.
And they continue to roll. He made 3 balls. He made 2 balls on the break.
2 balls on the break, and the 7 ball did not block the 1, so take a look, see if the 2 ball passes the 6 ball. But either way, just to see what he's got going on here, it looks like it's wide open.
Oh,
if he can get there.
Oh, he'll cut this 1 ball. I think. Yeah, he'll cut this 1 ball and go 2 rails and play the 2 on the side. He'll go back. He'll end up right back where the 1 ball is again. Or he might spin it up and play it in the opposite side. Yeah, so he's looking up there.
Looking up that way.
So he might follow this with high left. Use almost 3 rails.
The other way is to like drag draw with the right and play the 2 ball right in the side pocket. But again, for the first offensive shot, or in this case second, it's tough to do that, because they have to fade the 5, and you'll know right now what happens with the cushions, with the cue ball off the cushion.
See, he's using right hand low English because he has to go around that 7 a little bit, I think, and he's going to punch it up to play the 2 ball in the right hand side pocket.
Oh, I don't think he's going to go that high, is he?
No, he's going to come straight across.
Well,
but the English is to help the cue ball, help him make that 1 ball.
Well, obviously it's not all that easy because he would have already shot it and been at 2 by now.
Yeah, no,
he's changed his mind to.
He's changing back. Again. He's going to have to use that, yes, just to make sure he gets around that ball and to help make the 1. There you go. He went hard.
Back and forth.
He went hard. Didn't take a chance. He opened it up nice. Ended up nice on the 2 ball.
That's probably the hardest speed you're going to see on these tables.
Yeah, he didn't baby that one.
Took the roll out, but there's no roll. There isn't anything rolling here.
No, these tables is a brand new table. It's brand new cloth. Oh, that ball skidded
a little bit, but he was using a touch of inside to kill it,
and he killed it.
You can see it turning. The only issue here is whether or not he'll forget which ball is next.
Oh, on the 6-7.
Well, yeah, you're right. But they've been playing on. This is his second match, so he should have that comfortable.
Yeah, he won his first match pretty comfortably at 10-0. I believe he played a young man by the name of Kevin Cochran.
Clearly no issues here, and they expect him to just bunt these in and have a seat.
Is this one of those connect the dots finishes? The 9 ball does go by the 10. It looks like on the. Oh no, it does.
So you have to check it.
It looks like
Looks
it
like
does.
it does.
It looks tight, but it looks like it goes by, and he'll just follow forward a little bit, play the 9, the 10, and play the 9, the 10 in the same pocket.
I think so.
Yeah, no problem. Nice and soft. Oh, he shoots just a little harder than
he wants to
he
make
does.
sure.
He wants to use a stroke. He doesn't baby those little shots there.
It's not a bad idea, you know. You need to be just kind of touching these balls and letting them go. He may go back and forth on this one too if he hit that one so firm.
Yep.
Sure, why not?
Yep. A little gulp there as he made that ball.
He cut it to the inside and it stayed to the inside. 2 rails around with the cue ball.
Yeah, he'll just pocket this ball. And
see this? Every
nice
professional does this, right? They cut that ball and that ball goes 2 rails around, 3 rails around.
I see some of them hit that pretty hard, just as an accent point. And a little music for you guys in the background there. Don't understand where that came from, but we're going to get to it real quick.
Well, we are at a grand ballroom here at the Rio, and maybe the ballroom started a little bit early. So it's 1-1. Oscar's racking. You notice that the Fargo rate percentages, they will change as the match goes on.
Well, you know, at 1-1, so in a race to 9, he's really favored by that much. They were only 10 points apart.
No. We go back here. Sorry, we didn't.
There we
just updated. It should be back to.
At 1-0, that we were at 64-36.
That's correct.
Scared me for a second. I thought, you know, what happened there?
Same break here. You'll notice that
he broke him straight up. Ball in the middle.
A lot of the players are doing something that we never used to do. A lot of them are breaking off the head rail as opposed to planting their hand on the bed. You know, you get a little bit longer. You can get that longer stroke without having to shorten up your stroke, putting it down to the bed like that. So they've been breaking off the head rail.
I actually like that.
A lot of players who play on small tables will do that, and you'll see the professionals who normally play on big tables often try to get their hand on the bed. But in the last year we saw it a lot lately. Last year we saw it a lot where people would change.
Good shot of Donny studying the rack there.
Yeah, it looks like maybe then by the next rack, both these guys will be pretty comfortable with this table. They're still a little bit, you know, like we talked about. Donny had actually hit a ball firmer than you would have thought, but he wants to hold his stroke.
Well, he's looking rather intent at it because he knows he's coming back to the table either to push out again, because Oscar's going to push. He's going to push here. And where do you push to here? What do you like pushing here?
Well, you know, these tables are like that. I don't like pushing anywhere, so I'm thinking to the left between so that he sees between the 6 and the 3 ball.
I just don't see a good place to push.
There really isn't. Maybe push out to the jump shot.
I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't fault him for 2 rail kicking the ball to the side pocket and possibly kicking it past those the 7-3, and maybe get a safety out of it. It's lined up pretty nice. I don't see anything better than that. We're going to learn, though.
We're going to learn, though.
We're going to learn.
He's
smiling. He says, I can't see anything better either.
He
says, what am I going to do here? There's nowhere I can, you know, I don't see an advantageous place to push to unless you want to give yourself a jump shot.
Right, so he just pointed the push to the jump shot, which is the second choice. And I think we're going to see that a lot. And he actually went too far.
Too close. No, he didn't. Actually, he's good.
He pushed a half ball jump, which is probably better than the full ball jump, because now you really have to think.
Yeah. Donny will take this.
I would hope he would. It doesn't take much to jump. In the last match, we saw a jump shot where the ball, you know, these tables are so solid and the balls are brand new that barely jumping. The cue ball jumped over half the table. I'm very surprised.
I'm a little surprised, too. I think Oscar makes this. Oscar jumps very well.
Well, interesting, you know, someone, and I'm going to say it was you, who was talking about somebody else pushing to a jump shot, and his opponent looked over at the bag to see if he had a jump stick on him. And if you take a look, I don't see a jump cue out for...
He's got it in his hand.
Well, no, for Donny.
For Donny.
I don't see a jump cue over there, unless he just didn't bring it out, but maybe that's what Oscar was thinking. You know.
Could be.
We'll pretend that was him, that he was so astute in his observation that...
There you go.
That Donny Mills didn't. You don't even need. Feels like you don't even need a jump cue the way it looked.
It's safe. Better be safe than sorry.
I'd just be sorry. Looks like a fairly routine jump shot to make this ball.
Oh, he missed it. And
We make it sound like it's
well,
so routine.
That makes Donny's choice a good one.
Good choice.
But I don't think I'd make that again.
I don't think so.
I'm surprised Oscar missed that jump shot.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was...
He does do a good job with it.
About as good. He wasn't the full ball jump.
Mm-hmm.
3-ball looks to be the toughest ball on the table.
Looks like he's going to play the 2-ball in the right-hand corner pocket. Yeah, there you go. I wasn't sure if he was going to run it up and play it in the opposite corner, because it laid naturally for that. Just hit it just a little bit harder, but this laid pretty good too.
I don't think the 3-ball passes the 8-ball. It goes in the side, and that might be the only pocket it really goes into. So
to
it
the right hand,
looks like
right
a 3-6 combination or 3-7 combination might be on.
Yeah, he's looking to see if it goes by there. If it doesn't go there, he's laying pretty natural to make it in the corner pocket and come over to the left side of the table and shoot it in the right-hand side pocket. So he's laying natural for that. And so he might just go all the way down, past it, and
played off the 9. I'm sure he was not what he was looking for.
He's going by it. He's going to get by it. See, now he's tight on this 4-ball. His speed has to be so good on this 4.
He hit that a little thick, and he came up a little short.
Yep. This 4-ball's tight. I mean, it's tough to play in the upper left-hand corner, upper right-hand corner. I don't know. We got plenty. That's a great shot there of the rail. So it does have. Yeah, it does go. Yeah, he looked at it before he played shave for it.
But it only has 3/4 of pocket. Do you think he can hold this ball, or does he have to go back and forth?
I think he uses center English and goes back and forth.
I like it. Center English. You know, I've said that, and people get all crazy about center English.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's watch what he uses. He's using just a tip below.
Tip below. Slide across.
And back and forth. And he caught a kiss. He scratched. Ooh, he didn't, but he might as well have. Now he's got to play a safety behind the 8. If the 4-ball's froze, that's very hard to do.
Well, he took a look, and it looks like from here, it looks like it's frozen.
Yeah. He's got to come off of it and get behind the 8. It probably sends it right to the corner pocket.
Sure. You know, if the 4-ball is frozen, then he's got to get to a cushion. Something's got to get to a cushion.
It looks froze. Yeah. He's not happy with this. And the good thing is, we're all going to learn as to what to do. Oscar looks around and says, well, what you going to do? Do you read lips?
Well, there's no coaching or timeouts here, and he's asking his opponent for advice, I think.
I know what my advice would be. Shoot up in the air. Give me a ball in hand. Now they've got to call a shot, so he might try to play it in the opposite side pocket.
And
that's
let's
all
see what
I
he's
can
called
see.
here. Looks like he could play the 8-ball, Karam.
I think he's playing the 4-ball on the side.
Calling the bank.
And his
he's
cue-ball's going to be hard not to go off that 8. Yeah, it was so hard. It was so hard that you come off that froze ball, you're going in that corner pocket. It was I just didn't see any other thing for it, either off the 8 or straight in.
But let's give him some props. He made that 4-ball cross-side.
Yes, he did. The good thing is he made it. The bad thing is he scratched.
He made 2 balls in that shot. So I think since that 3-ball passed, he definitely unforced error gave that one away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's two misses. That's going to cost him the second game. Both. Oh, maybe not. He's up against it.
He just hooked himself.
But now, right there, that's new cloth.
That's brand new cloth. Slide.
Brand new cloth. It hit it and just didn't take anything off, and the ball actually slid off. It was still sliding when it hit the 10. So, wow.
That's pretty shocking.
And where do you go from here?
This is your standard 3-rail trick shot, isn't it?
To go a diamond long on a 7-foot diamond?
We'll see.
Do you know how hard it is to go a diamond long on a 7-foot diamond?
Well, so hard that he's going to go ahead and mass A.
He's going to say, watch this. On a brand new cloth. Almost. That's the best he could have done on new cloth. That ball won't come back.
He wants to give this. He's asking, can I concede?
Want to try it again? Oh, he's told he can't concede.
Can't concede.
Oh, they can't concede the game.
Well, he may have asked, and maybe Bill said, let's not do that.
Well, that's why it's pay-per-view. They want to pay to see you make those last 2 balls. I don't want to go through the pain of it. But, yeah, that Masse was rather ambitious because on brand new cloth, it's hard to get that ball to come back right away. Yeah, it's so hard to get it back. But I tell you the truth, I didn't see anything else.
On the new cloth, though, those Masses look fancier.
Well, Bill Stockton, your referee, is taking having a little conversation with the players.
Well, Donny Mills sort of stole a game that he accidentally gave away. But
yes, he did.
So I can't tell whether or not he gave it away, stole it back, or gave it and stole it, or it ended up exactly the way it should be anyway, right? So
Destiny. It was my game to begin with.
Destiny. Fate. 2-1 Donny Mills, and he's about to break.
Yeah, and race to 10. So I guess we're. Let's see. Oscar won the first game on a miss by Donny, but Oscar broke the balls.
Right. Yeah, Donny Mills has a mini break here. If that's what you're going to.
Right. I was trying to figure out.
Since he's racking and he's ahead, he's up a mini break.
This was Oscar's break, and he stole a break. Yeah,
that's right. Donny Mills plays with a Randy Mobley cue. He's been playing with Randy Mobley cues for quite some time. Randy's down in that Clearwater area as well. Great cue maker. But he's got a Mez shaft on his shooting cue.
For those of you out there that know Donny, it wasn't until 2011 he decided to start flying to tournaments.
He still.
You were talking to him about that earlier.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll watch his break here.
Now see, he's making his bridge off of the rail.
Off the rail or off the bed?
No, his hand's on the bed, but and it's also on the rail. I haven't seen that before. I just usually
keep it as far back as possible.
Right. I lay my cue stick on the rail and break with 2 fingers, holding it in place.
Sure.
But he did a full bridge, but his hand on the rail. That was different.
So
looked like he had a real solid bridge too, though.
Does he have a shot in this ball? No, it doesn't look like it.
I don't think it goes by the 10. So I'm not sure if. You know what? It's not a bad shot here. Is to call the 10 and park the cue ball behind the 5.
Behind the 5. Oh, I like it. I like it. If he had a timeout.
Oh, this might slide in. New cloth. It might slide by the 10. Tough shot though. He's playing to the side.
One side pocket. Oh, beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Lay on the rail.
Because it might slide in.
Might slide in.
New cloth might slide.
Well, if he's got a hair of an angle.
He doesn't. He's dead straight in. He's probably going to stop it there and take the shot. Never mind.
Just a hair of English.
That was very nicely done.
It's got to fade the 10 here. The 10 is leaping up.
Nicely done.
And if he gets on the 5 ball, he's solved this rack.
Mm-hmm. It's just straight up, a little inside. He's using straight center English, just above center.
The side pockets usually jump up and swallow balls coming from that side. So he wanted to stay away from it. Well,
Does he go 1 rail or 2?
He's got to go 1, 2 across. He might even hit the 3rd rail.
Here's where you're playing on these 7-foot tables help. Where you can just go 1 with good speed, or you take your full stroke and go ahead and take the 2nd rail.
Get the 3rd rail.
Yeah, and he actually got the 3rd rail. Yeah, and you just come straight up. Yep, for the 7. Back a little. You can just come right back for the 9. You can either draw it or follow it. Either way, it leads to the same location.
Follow, I think, is right.
Yeah, it leads to the same location.
Did he come up okay? He's come up a little short.
Oh, he did come up short. And Oscar goes, oops, I don't understand that. What happened there? Well, you know what happened there is the new cloth. It didn't bite coming off that rail. It slides.
Trying to figure it all out.
With that high English, just a little bit of high English, it slid. This is tricky because this cue ball's coming right back at that 10.
I think he's just got to fire it in and have the cue ball go back and forth above the 10 and take your lumps.
Just focus on making the ball. He's not going to scratch, I don't think.
He missed it by a mile.
Well, you overcut it by a mile, too.
You overcut it by a mile, and he was already walking away from the shot before he shot it.
Well, you know when you miss those balls.
Yeah, you'd absolutely know where you know. You already know.
That was and a little disgusting. Darn.
Well, the good news for Donny is that it wasn't a sellout. And certainly, that was a missed opportunity for him.
Park this. Oh, he went for it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, see, I wonder if on a 9-foot table, you might play safe there. On the 7-foot table, you just go for it.
Yeah.
Because I agree with going for that ball all day long.
Well, these pockets aren't wide by any margin. These are 4.5 or under. Two balls don't pass the points, which if you measured, the way the points of the pockets are, two balls actually pass but are slightly touching. You'll notice that some of the ball is actually underneath the cushions, about an eighth of an inch. So these are about an eighth of an inch under 4.5 inches.
Oh, okay.
These are tight.
That's good.
Wanted to follow up what you were saying before. Donny Mills, 2011-ish was when he started flying. He has this, his reputation of not flying. But ever since then, he's starting to fall in love with it. He even has some war stories on traveling, so that you know that he's come full circle to being a traveler now.
Okay.
2-2.
He realizes the privileges and the advantages of flying. Time, huh? Right. A lot more time.
You can sleep.
That's it. It's a 2-hour drive instead of a 10-hour drive, or a 2-hour flight instead of a 10-hour drive. Long shot here on the one ball.
Well, cue ball
you
got
can't
kicked.
even see it. He's corner hooked.
The cue ball got kicked up and down the table and right.
Yeah, he is dead corner hooked.
And there's the big red circle of the brand
red dot.
Cyclop cue ball. Yeah. It actually is a one eye right there. Yeah. Push out.
Big red dot.
This is as tough as the other push out because the one ball is even closer.
Again, yeah. It's where do you push when the ball's easily makeable? I mean, do you roll up to the 10 and jump the deuce?
That's why you'll see some jump shot push outs.
Again, it's not a bad shot.
Makes the game interesting.
Yeah. But you can't go at the ball because of the corner pocket there. Does he try to get? Can he even get to the side pocket there to jump the 3 ball?
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah. He's gonna jump these balls off the rail. Wow.
There we go.
That's a tough. Oh, he might not have a jump shot. It may be another half ball jump shot.
He's got the jump over the 5, and Donny's gonna pass it again.
Yep.
The 2 doesn't go anywhere. 2-10 combination could be on.
The funny thing is, the 2-10 combo is very playable.
Oscar's going with a long jump cue this time. He's putting the hard shaft on the hard tip shaft.
See,
on
this is a harder jump shot than what he just missed.
But the table is very accepting to jump shots. Here's going to be a highlight reel shot right here.
Is he going to go too far? Is he going to get absolutely perfect? Well, I don't think the 2 ball goes by the 10.
No, I don't think so. And
so does he bank it? It's a 2-way shot.
Carom. He could carom, but the 2 ball, you're laying the 2 ball in the center of the table.
You give him the rack away. If you carom the 10 ball in, you're giving the rack away unless you're, you got to be 100% sure of making this ball. And they're tied at 2. Still early in the race.
Feels like a safety is right. I don't think he can cut this on the side, can he?
No, I like banking it and stopping the cue ball 2-way shot. Oh, something he didn't like. What doesn't he like about that? He's looking at the carom now.
He's called something, but I couldn't read lips. From this angle, looks like he's playing the carom.
He did play the carom, and he's given the... Oh, he might get safe with the 10. You have to hit that too thin. That's a tough carom to make, especially on new cloth.
The 2 ball is laying up by the side pocket. From here, it looks like it's not a problem.
I think he's out.
That's not as easy as it looked a second ago. Look how small that pocket looks.
Yes, because they are. They are.
I like this because you're going to have to... Do you roll the cue ball up there? Or do you
I punch it.
I think so. That's what I would think. But I think because of the way these balls and the table are so solid, you may jump that ball and may not go. He's rolling. And he's missing.
Yeah, I'd punch that ball all day. That roll just doesn't do it. He caught that little corner going in, right?
Just caught that corner coming in.
Yeah.
He caught the angle, the point going in. We don't want to use some other crazy word that describes that. That's the point. That was almost
you don't want to use those words?
That was almost a push the way he stroked that ball, but no one's ever going to call it.
Well, key word there was almost.
Almost.
This is the first time I ever worked with you in the booth. This is actually
this is the first time we worked
feels
together.
Good. You're up in California area now, and I'm in Tucson, Arizona.
So we're a little closer.
Yep, a little closer.
Oscar came up short, so they both come up short a few times, trying to figure out the.
It's not a bad short though.
No.
Yes, he's just gonna draw this ball. Whoa. He might not draw this ball. He might go to that center English again we were talking about.
I like using low right-hand English, and at the very least, if I missed the ball, I had fun.
Yeah, but the thing about it, remember, this is new cloth, so when he hits that rail, it's just going to slide right off. But he used that center English. It didn't slide, it took.
And he smashed it to go back and forth.
Yeah, it took. He'll cut this. Now, does he hit the 10? I think he misses the 10. I think it barely misses the 10 if he cuts it. If he cuts it, he'll cut it thin with just straight high English.
And
come down by the side.
He's just got to crawl this in here, right?
Oh,
because the cue ball has all the speed. To try to go all the way, well, he's looking like maybe he'll go around. You can't call both. You have to call one.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask, can he call the 6 and call the 10 just in case?
2 rails around.
Oh my! Look at this.
That was another giveaway on these racks. These guys are giving each other. The racks are clearly they're struggling with the speed and the speed off the cushion. We've seen that come up short a few times now for both players.
That's because that's a new cloth. It's just sliding off the cushion. It's not rolling off the cushion, so it doesn't have the English to continue to roll the way you expect it to, or the way you're asking it to. The cue ball's being disobedient. And that's 2 games now.
Another game stolen away.
That's 2 gifts from Oscar to Donny. And he takes a 1-game lead and a race to 10.
Again, it's the
thin lead.
Same thing where Donny gave that game away and Oscar gave it right back.
Maybe the first part of the match, Oscar is kind of feeling things out, and
this
is going to get a little tougher.
This is Oscar's first match, right? He caught
it is his first match.
Donny already played in the adjacent tables, the other tournament tables.
Right, which I'm sure plays very different than this one does. Because this is the one with brand new cloth. I don't think the ones out there have brand new cloth. I'm sure they've been broken in.
Broken in tournament tables. This one's got all the lights on them. Oh,
this is ideal setting. This is absolutely ideal. And it's got 4. It's got 10.
It seems like
diamond,
we have about 20 diamond
7-foot tables on there. It's got 10 lights.
The light systems.
10 full lights on it. It's got 4 right over the top of it.
Here's that
3 on each side.
Talking about his bridge is right up against
right.
That rail. So that might as well be
Look
a
how
rail
solid
bridge.
his bridge. Oh, that's a foul. That 2 ball just bounced off his cue. And he gets ball in hand.
Good observation there.
Yeah, the ball just jumped right off his cue. But
he didn't hit him solid. The cue ball went to the side. Well, I say solid. Solid for him. These last couple of breaks, he controlled pretty well.
Do you see how tight his finger is around the cue?
Sure.
And how solid it is? Yeah, it's a solid bridge. Which is what you want for 10 ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just definitely need that. You can't have it let your finger slide off the.
So take a look at this.
Finger.
The 2 ball is not easy anywhere. Even with ball in hand, it's tough to get over there.
I think he's going to play it in the side pocket on the left.
And remember, he came up short before, so let's see if he gets there this time.
Yeah, he came up short again. No, he came up perfect.
Perfect.
I thought it was short there for a while.
You see,
this is tight.
Even with ball in hand, you have to
he's going to
spin
this ball in. He'll use a little bit of right-hand English and just spin the ball in. But again, shots like that, it's on new cloth, perfect. They kind of scare me.
So the 6 ball is really a tough ball on the table here. If it goes, it's not a tough ball, but it looks like it's close.
If that doesn't go, the Billiard does. The carom does.
Carom with a 6-8.
Yeah, the carom looks good there. And that's probably what he's playing to.
Well, he's got to take a look. Like to see him just kind of look. There he goes. Can he make it? Can he not? He's already forced himself to shoot the carom because I don't know if he can go forward.
Actually, he might be able to make this.
It's close.
That's nice camera work. Look at that. That ball will go. But it's so tight. He has to hit it soft, very, very soft, so it slides off the side of the rail or side of the pocket, and you can get to the 7. But let's see what he does with this. It looks like it'll go.
It looks like he's committed to making the 6 past the 8 ball. But now he'll look at where he is with this 5 ball, and can he punch it forward?
It
looks like no problem.
It's not, shouldn't be a problem. Right over.
It was a problem. So he kind of slid over to the.
He's playing the 6.
Well, he just put his finger up and called something, so that tells me he's actually playing the 8 ball.
He's playing the carom.
Yep.
And the ball goes right over for a straight-in shot, and he should close this out,
barring
another roll up against the 10.
Yeah. Well, I'm gun shy to say that now because this is two games. He had 2 games in a row where he came up bad on the ball.
He's perfect there. Now, does he follow this ball and play it in the right-hand corner?
I would think so.
Yep. It's nice and easy. You know, a lot of players would have gone 2 rails and played it in the left-hand corner.
I guess it all depends on what that exact angle was, but you're right. Oscar gets game back. It's tied 3-3 on his break, so we're back on serve.
Back and forth.
Neither one of these players have really taken hold of the table, but that was a full table run out for Oscar with ball in hand.
It looks like both players are still settling into this table.
Yeah.
They're still a little, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but cautious.
Cautious.
I don't know what else to say to that. I can't tell what Oscar's asking for.
Well, there looked to be a hanging Chad, I think, on that magic rack that he pulled off. He pulled something off of it.
Okay.
Could have been lint. You know how important that is, picking the lint off of
the table?
The magic rack on the table. But I don't know.
Isn't there a player that's kind of famous for plucking lint off the table?
You know, Johnny Archer.
I did not want to use any names.
I was going to tell you that Johnny had asked on social media and Facebook if he was really that bad because he watched himself. He actually watched himself. Just people had joked about it. And, you know, our shout out to Johnny is, yeah.
The Scorpion. Isn't that his nickname?
The Scorpion.
There goes the 4 ball, and here comes the 3 ball.
Oscar moved his break to closer to the center as opposed to. No, he's still off the rail, but he was off to the right side as he viewed the rack, but he just switched over to somewhere near the center.
And his cue ball still got bumped.
Yeah.
It still bumped out of the middle there. He had it. I thought he had it parked. Well, he's got a shot on the 1 ball
into the
side pocket, but he's going to have to travel the cue ball for position on the deuce. He'll probably go 2 rails. He'll go to the side rail on the right and then the bottom rail and come over for the deuce.
That's a lot of travel for a shot into such a tight pocket.
It's probably pretty simple to come to the side rail, the bottom rail, come right in here. So he'll be probably the first diamond from the lower left-hand corner pocket.
I'm thinking that another shot in play is to just slide the cue ball to the side rail, take the tough shot in the deuce. Make sure you cinch the ball.
Slide the cue ball to the side rail. There's 3 balls between him and the side rail.
Oh, no, he's right. To the side rail as we view it. The long rail to the side. Just cinch this ball and slide it over to the right. Maybe even come back. Yeah. Just a hair, but he's going to take the tougher shot on the deuce, I think, because he wants to cinch this ball.
Oh, he went high. He went high with it. Very nicely done.
He had much.
That's a lot of confidence.
That's
in
a lot
stroke
of stroke, right?
And knowing you're going to get by the 9.
Right. He pounded that ball.
Yeah, because he had to get to the rail. If he didn't get to the rail, there's a 9 ball in play. And if he comes down low, he had 3 balls in play.
Around,
so
right.
either way, he had to beat balls.
He had to beat a ball. Balls, yeah. Exactly. But bunts this 2 ball in,
it's
and
done.
Solve this rack.
Yeah, it's done. He follows this.
Don't get straight.
Now, he wants a little. Yeah, he's perfect. He's perfect.
Yes, he's got an angle.
He's
there.
perfect.
Straight across. That was a confident shot in the 1 because these are not easy pockets to go in by any means.
No.
Coming in from there
no,
at that speed. He came up short.
No, he's perfect. Well, you can't. I take that back. I'm sorry. He did come up short. You're right.
The brakes came on.
Wow. When he hit that ball, I thought he had plenty of speed.
Yeah.
But it's really slowing up off the rail.
Well, I'm wondering if he's putting a little bit of checking, which on there that we just can't see when he's stroking it. Just checking it just a hair, the touch of inside.
Well, you did that first match. Did you see any of that?
Danny Smith had no issue at all with balls coming up short or anything like that. So I'm wondering if Oscar is putting just a hair of check on there to hold the ball, and if he is,
so he's kind of killing it.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't kill that one. He just hit it perfect to get straight in for a 1-game lead.
Nice job.
And as you can see, it's a race to 10. We'll change that Fargo rate percentages down there. Will change. And it'll be Donny's break. Oscar will take the chair and, just watch it happen because he's out of control right now.
So for those of you just joining us, this is the 2016 U.S. Open 10-Ball Championship. We are at the Reno Hotel and Casino. We are at the Predator Arena here at the U.S. Open 10-Ball Championship.
And Predator's doing quite a bit here. They sponsor the arena. They've also got the official chalk. The official cue is Predator of the U.S. Open Championships this year.
These are Diamond 7-foot Pro-Ams using the Cyclop television ball set.
And Simonis cloth.
Donny fouled on his last break.
Yes.
So he's got to watch out for that. And
he didn't get his cue out of the way. Yeah, you got to move the cue when you break the balls. You can't leave it on the table. 2 balls have a tendency of jumping up on top of the cue. But, I spoke to Oscar prior.
He lost the ball to the side again.
He's lucky he didn't get kissed in. But he's making balls left and right. Wow. What do you make, 3 balls? Yeah, there's 7 balls on the table.
3 balls on the break.
3 balls, and he's close to his work.
Not a great opening shot here.
He's playing safe behind the 8 all day long.
Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think he's playing safe behind the 8 all day long.
Seems that, yeah. Oscar's Fargo rate, as far as the percentage of his chances to win his match, is up to 65.
Not with that English, he's not.
Or is he laying up behind the deuce then? He's coming up table.
Again behind the deuce,
2 and 6, yeah.
Well, he got there.
Pretty good.
He got there. I guess he didn't like coming. Well, it is tight quarters underneath the 8. You can barely fit a ball there. So yeah, I agree with his shot much better than mine.
Comes another jump shot.
I'm risky when it comes to stuff like that. But
gonna go with the short handle here.
Yeah, he's got to get up in the air pretty quick. He's got to jump part of the 2 ball and the whole 6 ball.
6 ball. The lime green ball, the 6 ball. Is he actually calling something? The 10 ball, I believe he's calling.
Oh, that's a good call.
To call the 10 in
that's a good call. That's a good call. It can happen. Just laying natural for it. I was speaking to Oscar prior to the match, and he says he's going to Qatar.
Is he?
Yeah. He's going to make that trip.
I know some of the guys that are maybe in Europe right now couldn't make it over here and then turn around and go back over there. So Oscar's put yet a different handle on there that looks like a... so what we're going to call this is his medium jump cue handle.
Does he have several?
Looks like.
Oh my, he
tried to hit that so nice and perfect.
That kind of massé, didn't it?
It did.
It looked like it curved to the right there.
It did.
So he hooked it?
And hooked, yes, right. He is that a fade or a draw? I don't know which direction he was coming from.
He's from the right side. It went to the left, so that was a draw.
But I'd say it's a draw, right?
How do you like playing safe behind the 8?
He's got a ball in hand here, so...
Oh, never mind. There's no reason to play safe behind the 8.
Like it.
I was looking where the ball's lying. I'm thinking this is a shot. I forgot that he just fouled. I think so did he. He's just smiling.
Oscar's smiling. I had to remind him.
Yes. So see, I'm not the only one here. Either that or he's reading my mind.
Maybe he heard you.
Oh, could be. I doubt it. We got a nice booth here.
That's right.
I mean, we look like a couple of astronauts in what somebody called it, an igloo?
There you go. So the 9 ball actually looks like that's the toughest ball on the table. So
yes.
Let's see how he negotiates that, because the 8 to the 9 looks.
Do you think he'll move it when he shoots the 7? Move the 10 or move the 9?
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
It's tight, and especially going from the 8 to the 9.
The thing is, he hasn't even stopped to look at it, so maybe it's much easier than we think.
He has a plan.
He's got a plan. Yeah. Well, I suppose
don't like moving it from this angle.
Right here, if you stop the cue ball, you can. I think you can lay that cue ball on the side rail and play the 9, but it's awfully tight. Donny's looking.
I mean, look at that.
Donny's looking at it now. The 8, 9, and 10 haven't moved, and now he's looking at it.
He might have taken too long to look at this. Yes, he's got to come back, and he can follow this after he makes this. He's gonna draw it back just a little bit, and then follow the 8 ball 3 rails to about where the 7 ball is.
Sure.
I'm sorry. No, because it doesn't go by the 10.
That's just what he just took a look at. So if he's going to go that route, it means he's probably playing safe off the 9. Here we go.
He might be playing safe here. No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Doing that. No way did I like that.
He's gonna show that he actually does have a jump cue. He just doesn't take it out.
He's gonna reach in the bag.
No reason to take it out until it's absolutely necessary.
So he's going to his bag of tricks. Is that it?
That's what it is. Let's take a look at this 9 ball, because if let's say he makes this 8 ball, which I expect him to, and stops
well, how's he going to get
can he actually play this 9
in the side?
Down table, or does it have to go on the side?
It has to go down table or up table. He has to lay the ball on the rail. If he stays underneath, if he stays on the 8 ball side of the 9 ball, he has to stay on the rail, or he'll scratch. Oh no, he doesn't have a scratch. Yeah, he'll scratch on the side.
Exactly.
So he's got to get the ball back to where it's at. Good luck. Might be playing safe off this ball. I'm not sure. Well, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter now. Not only that,
another gift.
He moved the 9 to even more favorable position.
It's ball in hand. He made it very easy for Oscar to get out here.
Do you like going 3 rails here, or just back and forth?
I just come to the center of the table. Any way that gets me there. You can draw it. You can follow it. It's your preference.
Yeah,
he's following.
He's going 3. That's what I was asking about, because you want to make sure that you don't have the exact wrong angle, right?
Well, you want the draw. He's just going to come back a little bit and then play the 10 ball in the same pocket. No.
Stop that.
What?
A good angle. Apparently, this looks a lot easier. I think.
I guess it's further down than I think it is.
Right.
Oh, it is. Okay. Never mind. I think I'd have stunned it to the middle, but that's he's the pro. I'm the local nobody.
That's what it looked like. It looked like if he went 3 rails around and get straight on the ball. And I didn't expect him to draw the ball at all, actually, and just stop the cue ball. But he did draw it a bit. But
gave himself a little angle. But
for him.
From up here, I thought the side pocket came into play, but apparently it did not at all, which shouldn't have surprised us. For a 2-game lead.
5 games to 3. Oscar Domínguez in the lead. This is a race to 10.
Racing to 10. Now, Oscar I think just a couple months ago, won the 3rd stop up there on the Mez Tour.
Yeah, he's one of the top players in the Mez Tour West. He actually runs that.
Well, he runs the tour, and he plays in his own tournament, which is great. But
he and his fiancée Desiree. He
also won the Jay Swanson. This was that in January, or?
And that was it was in San Diego. It was just a couple months ago.
Yeah. So he's been playing regularly.
He's moved back to the spot he started at, and he went a little slower. Makes at least one ball.
Speed off.
Yeah, and you see this now. He's got to play a combination. This happens an awful lot, playing 10 ball on the smaller table. There's just not enough room. There's always going to be something in the way, so you always expect to do combinations and driving the cue ball through weird traffic that you don't normally see in 9 ball. But it looks like if he can tackle this combination, he should get rewarded with the whole table's pretty wide open.
He's tackling the combination, or is he banking?
He's got to play this combination. There you go. Nicely done.
Back to the same spot with the cue ball.
Yeah,
or close to it.
It looks like if there's an issue at all, if we want to invent one, it's whether or not the 3 ball goes in the side pocket fairly easily.
Oh, yeah. It's going from the 3 to the 4.
Yeah.
He's straight in on this, so he's not going to have the angle he wants from the 3 to the 4. Yes, he's fine. He can just bring it back a little bit and then go 1 rail to the left side of the table.
One
play
rail
the 4
or 3 rails, depending on how far back you get.
That's simple.
It's the 1 railer here.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's out here. It's
Going out on the limb.
It's That's a pretty sturdy
It's
limb.
oh,
wow,
you see that?
You see that just dies.
Oh, that definitely just.
Yeah, it's just sliding off the rail.
Looks like that would look like the follow stop shot.
That's exactly what that is. It's nothing but a follow shot.
That was loose.
The only other way he could have played that was to go up and around the 8 to get straight in on the 4.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That the 3-railer could have been shot, but the way he drew the ball without drawing it too much, it looked like he was playing for the follow.
No, this is what he was playing for.
Yeah.
He just, did you see his face when he didn't come off the rail?
It was very.
It went like, his jaw dropped. And we've seen this shot before.
Yeah.
Although this way he went around. This time he went around instead of straight up on one rail. He didn't draw it over.
This is I tell you, that's a small table shot right there. Playing on the wrong side of the ball, the short side of the ball, not the wrong side in this case. But in this case, it's the right side of the ball for.
But he cuts balls down the rail so well.
Well, he's a professional shot maker, you know, professional pool player.
The other thing about shots like that is that you're playing on new cloth, which is new equipment, which makes that pocket that much wider.
A little bit bigger.
It
Pockets
slides.
are accepting.
Yeah, with the right speed.
He was
And
forced
he
to
doesn't like this. Does this go by?
It must. I mean, that's where he's playing, but he overdrew that.
Oh, it goes by. Okay, we're good.
barely stroked that ball. Guess he's just saying, let's not hit the cushion.
It just get in the middle of the table this time for the 10 ball. Yeah, this goes by, but it's still a little tight.
Yeah, and you always have to fade the skid.
No, that's possible, especially on a shot like this, coming off the rail. He faded it very well.
Very nicely
done. I think this will be a 6-3.
This time, Donny made the mistake, and it did not come back.
He didn't get it back.
Yeah,
Oscar's getting a little acclimated to the table, I think.
I think so. But that shot in the 3-ball or the 4-ball really, obviously, it not only surprised him, but that cue ball got swallowed up at the rail with that follow.
Well, you know, one of the things, you can see this with a measle ball when they come off the rail. You can really see the first, you know, on a shot like he just shot with that to get shape on the 4, he didn't come off, or for that 5, was it the 5?
The 3-ball.
From the 3 to the 4, okay. When it didn't come off with the measle ball, you can really see how it slides for the first 4 inches. I mean, it comes off flat. It comes off like a knuckleball.
Exactly.
And then you don't see, and then you see it pick up and roll. So, but that's new cloth. And these pros, you know, they know how it reacts. They know what to expect. But I mean, I did see his jaw drop when that ball just didn't come off. He just, what?
Donny Mills checking the magic rack. You know, he is well known to be a rack studier, so to speak. So let's see. But he didn't hit the cue ball, the 1-ball square the last 2 breaks. Let's see where we are here today. Again, he's lost it to the side. I'm sure he's not trying to cut this. Maybe I'm saying that, but
look at that 8-ball.
How does that 8-ball not go in?
I mean, look, that's just a testament to the shelves on these diamonds. Look how deep that is. I mean, if someone breathes hard, it's going to fall in. Breathes hard, it's going to fall in. That was a good. Did you see the reflection of all the lights on top of the 8? You can see all 10 lights. That looked kind of funny.
Let's see if we can see that 8-ball, how deep it is from the side.
Oh yeah, well, you can hardly see it. There's like the half inch of it. Most of it's inside the pocket. I don't think I've ever seen a ball hang like that.
That's deep.
That is deep. I just can't believe that it's in there. It's on the lower part of the pocket, and it's, you know, where it's round. So there's just a little more space between the end of the rail and the edge of the table, edge of the slate.
He's pushing out to a fairly simple. Oh, okay. If he tucks to the rail, it doesn't get all that simple, but it looked like a fairly simple safety.
All right, where do you play safe?
We come off the right side of the 1-ball and have the cue ball down table.
Up by the deuce.
You have choices here. You can actually kick it and have the 1-ball come down by the deuce if you want.
Kick the 1?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I see it. I see what you're talking about.
And you know, sometimes you do these like on this kind of table, but not on another, like a bigger table. You might not do that.
Now, see, that was a good shot of Oscar right there with the Predator logo on his shirt. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's a nice little logo. Real nice logo on his shirt. It's a golden logo of the Predator logo. Just looks really good. I hadn't seen those shirts.
And there was the safety edge to the right of the 1-ball down, the cue ball down by the 2, which was the first choice here. But it looks like Oscar he might have a window. Does he have a window between? And,
no.
And here comes.
No, the 2 balls. The 2 ball has it.
You know, one of the entertaining parts here is Oscar's used 3 different handles, I believe,
for the jump cue.
For the jump cue, unless I thought he had a really short one.
So we can call it a jump shaft.
It's the jump shaft.
It's like a bag of golf clubs. He's got 4 handles just for the jump cue.
I didn't know if that's
a soft jump, a slide jump.
Is that allowable?
Yeah, as long as the cue is so many inches. What is it, 46?
40 inches, but
40?
To have so many butts in play, I don't know. You know, somebody will probably make a rule next year.
Hey, now remember, this is a pool. This is a pool game. It's a pool match.
Right. Well, then why doesn't he move the cue ball 1 butt away?
Oh, wow.
We made a great shot, and does he get a reward?
No, he's stuck. It looks like he's stuck behind a 3 ball. He's looking at it now. He is.
He is.
He is. Wow.
Needed to put in a different butt.
Great shot, no reward.
Well, he looks like he's going right at it, so we'll see. This is a great angle.
He might be able to see the lower part of it. Try to get behind that 9-6. And he did.
He did.
Perfectly.
No window.
He'll 2-rail kick this, or... no, I don't think he
5
can.
ball,
The 9 ball has him, too.
Yeah, 9 ball.
So does the 5. Well, good luck, Donny.
What a great lead.
Airborne.
Well, looks like he's going to be jumping a full ball, full length of the table, to get half of the 2 ball. That's asking an awful lot.
Less than half.
Less than half.
He's going to cut it thin, try to keep it there.
He's called
We're
something.
airborne in Las Vegas, in the Predator Arena at the Rio. And he hit it perfect.
Wow.
And he's going to get safe behind those balls? No?
Not safe, but it's not a sellout, you know.
I thought I was going to go 2 rails on the bottom there and get behind that 6 again.
George, I'm surprised after all these shots that 8 ball hasn't just fallen in.
With the vibration.
How is it still standing there?
That's a good observation. I totally agree. Now that you bring it up.
I know that Diamond tries
he's
to
cutting this ball.
Slow right-hand spin.
Well, that just tells you how firm and steady these tables are, and how the thickness of the slate doesn't, that vibration doesn't carry through the thickness of the slate.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes from 5 to the 6 and plays the 9 and then realizes the 8 ball's still sitting there.
I'm sorry, that was a pretty loud laugh, guys. I think Oscar is fully aware the 8 ball's there. I'll tell you one thing. Oh, he's going to get behind the 10.
Still
my. That was close. He might play the 5 ball off the 8. It's just that much easier to do. But where does it go after it hits the 8? Where does the 5 ball go? Yeah. It goes down to the bottom rail, to the head rail,
the 6, 9, and 10.
Behind this, so you hit it hard so it comes back up and stop the cue ball. Let's see how he does this. This is a good way to see how he navigates this. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing.
All this.
Yep.
He called the 8 ball. The 8 ball so far in there, he may miss it.
Is he going to hit this real soft? Actually, if he hits it real soft, he'll probably be straight in. Yeah. Goes to the same corner. Goes to the same corner.
Okay.
He's okay.
Okay, good call.
Here's where it gets touchy because the cue ball's going into the 10.
Or unless he can miss the 10 or go right into the 10.
Yeah.
He can't go forward, can he?
He doesn't. I don't know that he wants to go into the 10 because there's a side pocket that looms off of the. No, he'll hit the. Oh, he'll miss this ball.
Yeah,
he'll go into the 9.
From here, it looks like he'll miss.
He'll go into the 9.
He's going to slide to the side rail, I think.
Oh, is he?
Underneath the 10. You
think he'll go between the 9-10?
No, I think he's going to go underneath the 10. I mean, he's really obviously puts the cube side pocket in play.
This is a good shot. This is. Looks like he's going to bump the 10.
Yeah, that was choice number 2, right? Running right into the 10.
That was actually some of the players like to bump those balls because it just lines them right up. I didn't consider the bump. I was because he was very accurate on his bump too. He knew exactly to hit a full and end up with the shot. And I'm thinking he'll play. I would be playing the 9 ball in the same pocket as the 6. He's going to go around it and play the opposite pocket. Did he bump it?
No, I think he just came up short again. I mean, he's going to get out here, but he's made this a lot tougher by not hitting that hard enough, go 2 rails around. He knows something's happening when he goes off the rails. However it's happening, right?
Now, see, one of the things I kind of liked about playing it in the same pocket as the 6 is it's easier to move your cue ball towards the 10 for position than across like he's doing here, especially if he doesn't hit it a lot harder. He's perfect.
He bumped
no problem.
I think he bumped into the 10.
I couldn't tell. and takes a 4-game lead.
7-3. I'd say this is commanding considering that it's an alternating break.
Yes, but remember early in the match, they were giving each other their breaks. They were on break, but they were winning each other's breaks. So, but no, I agree. I agree. A 4-game lead in a race to 10 with alternate break.
The percentages on the Fargo rate, he's up at 92% to win. And of course, being up 7-3 in a race to 10,
yeah,
he should be.
Yeah, I would say this is Oscar's. This is Oscar's match to lose. If he loses, it's because he chose to.
He broke a little softer from this angle last time. See if he does it again.
That's a good close-up of his concentration, eh?
He was putting all the effort in trying to hold that cue ball.
There goes that ball. There goes the cue ball. No.
Cue ball got touched
Look
by
at
everything.
this.
He's got a shot.
It got herded into a position it got herded to position for the 1 ball.
Yeah.
What was that? Kissed 3 times? Herded, just like a dog herding a bull or a cow.
Herding cats.
That's right.
Tricky little shot here because the floor ball is all over the place. Every path the floor ball is in play, so it is. Yeah. You have to do something like draw it around with 2 rails around the floor ball.
Well, what makes it tricky is the new cloth here, because if he wants to follow it, it's not going to grab.
Yeah,
if he draws he's drawing, and it's going to be too far down. Yeah, the shot there was to follow, but it doesn't take, so he chose the draw, which put him on the wrong side of the deuce. Yeah.
And that took.
And it didn't close up. It stayed open off the back rail.
You slow roll this or go back and forth?
I would go back and forth. Kind of have to.
Here's something I've noticed on a lot of the pros. A lot of the pros only take a 1 or 2 inch warm-up stroke. Oscar is one of them that does that same thing. Like, not the full warm-up stroke that a lot of us grew up doing. Almost like putting more effort into where you're going to hit the cue ball, and less effort into figure out what your stroke speed is.
That's a good observation. That's a good observation. Pretty astute. The other thing I've noticed, especially on the 7-foot tables, is they don't take that big of a backswing. It's only a 2 or 3 inch backswing.
Yeah.
It's just almost like a little punch.
Well, that's all you need. For the most part, you only need soft to medium strokes.
Yeah, I do notice 99% of the pros, they use touch on this equipment instead of a stroke.
Well, we no longer play with clay balls and nap cloth.
Looks like he's cutting this ball to the left-hand corner.
Yeah, 6 ball in the lower left pocket. No, he went ahead and whacked this ball.
Yeah, because he had to come back around and get on the 6 for the right hand. He was playing to the right-hand corner.
Yeah, you're right.
And instead, he hit it and got straight into the top. But the cue ball is going to head upstream instead of downstream.
There's a good shot of his dad, I think.
That's his dad in the background watching him.
Domniguez.
Pops as Oscar Jr. Oscar would call Ernesto. Excuse me, Junior.
Pops.
Does that have room to go by? It must. I mean, he played it that way, and he's playing the ball. So I'll go with Oscar. He nibbled it. He nibbled it and still went in. And 8-3.
Starting to feel a little comfortable here, but he's still got a little funny on a ball.
Yeah,
I think it was the 3 to the, or the 1 to the 3 ball.
Most of his last shots were a little
funny.
Some amateurs would not like some of those positions, but the pros have no problems with them. They're it's just a cut shot to them. But he's dominating the match now, as you can see. What is 97% to 3?
Yeah, and so with alternating break, Donny can't lay a package on him.
No packages to be laid here unless someone's scratching on the break, and you're making yours. So it makes it easy for.
I've been saying that Donny's been losing the cue ball to his right, to our left as we view it, but it's been consistent, so maybe he is actually trying to cut this 1 ball.
Look at that bridge. He's stuck right on top of the finger. He's not hitting anywhere, and balls are still rolling. He's made 2 balls. No, he's made 1 ball.
He's got a shot on the 1 ball. Very tight position to get.
And the cue ball is going to go into the deuce, it looks like. Yeah.
Somewhere over there.
Yep, somewhere over there. If it catches the top part of the deuce. If it doesn't catch the deuce, it catches the 4.
And if he doesn't catch the 4, he's catching the pocket.
There you go. Overcut it.
And he's missed it. You know, even though this is a smaller table, he can definitely miss here if you
Oscar's
have
almost
to put too much effort into where that cue ball goes.
Oscar's almost in disbelief. He kind of looked up like, missing some balls there, bud.
A thin cut here.
Yeah,
Do you
Donny's
go between the 2 and 3?
That's what he's doing. Question is, do you go to make it or do you go play safe?
I think he's going to go and try to make it. He's up 8-3.
Yeah, look at the cue ball flying, though. Fortunately, he caught part of the deuce, and look at this.
I guess that's the only way to play that ball. Get the next ball and drive it 2-3 rails around and hang it by the pocket.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's it. You go on. Gin to win.
Yeah, let me cut this one ball in at warp speed and 2 rail the cue ball in front of a pocket for position. He did it perfect. Does he bump the 9 here?
Maybe. Probably.
Why push it to a rail?
I'm going to the rail now. Yeah. Rail it out.
No, he can just, okay. He can just avoid it altogether. If he bumps it, he might put it in a harder position.
Looks like this angle is the toughest part of this rack.
Actually, it looks like Oscar's on the hill.
Yeah. And I like this. Now you can either draw or go forward, and you're perfect on the 6, and the 7 is down the bottom right corner. So
it's not coming off.
It's he did. I could see that he put a hair of inside to check it, and
did he?
It doesn't. It's almost like he naturally wants to do that.
So he's killing the ball.
And it's
with
killing.
The inside. Okay. It's really killing.
It's killing.
It's strange because usually it slides off, and that kill doesn't work half the time.
Back and forth here. I don't know if he's which pocket. Yeah, back and forth. He wants to make sure his stroke is going. He's going way back and forth. So
no, not as far as he thought.
Right.
You thought he was going further.
Yeah.
This is a cut. You just cut it in the right-hand corner, come up for the 9 in the left-hand corner, and we're good. He's at 9.
But I'll tell you, he's struggling. This is not bunt
no.
At all.
No, these are shots that can be missed by pros, by amateurs. They can be missed.
And he cut the.
He used the whole pocket.
He used the whole pocket.
Yeah, he used the whole pocket. Those are the shots that I kind of, you kind of wince when you shoot them.
Sure. Oscar on the hill.
Us amateurs.
Once he makes this.
Yep. Us amateurs wince when we shoot them.
And once again, the professional way to shoot that, you'd cut it in and drive the cue ball 2 rails around.
Yeah, right into the center diamond, right? Make sure there's no pockets close to it.
We expect the Fargo rating to go up to 99 here. Not much more room to go.
Yeah, very true. Is there a 99.5 or 99.99? Especially breaking.
Right. Now that's interesting because if it's 99.5, does the graphic go up to 100? Oh, look at this. No, that was answered.
Yeah, there you go.
It doesn't go to 100 to round it off, right?
Right.
Or else it would have gone 100 to 1.
Well, he's not 100%.
That's right. It can't be 100% until the match is over.
Yeah, he might concede.
Yeah, he might concede. Let's hope we never see that.
I'm leading 9-3. I think I'll concede.
Yeah, just going for the solid hit, and he's hit it perfectly.
And he's got a nice shot on the 1.
2 balls away on the other side of the table.
He's got to come 7 feet for position, but he's got to. Well, actually, not really. He can play between the 4-7.
He can stop it then and play between the 4-7. There he goes.
And the little tool to move the ball. How about that?
Like it. And you can. There's a little dimple on there. You can stick your finger down and keep it still.
That's the first time I've seen that tool. Was at dinner last night. That was kind of I learned something.
Yeah, I like it.
I actually don't like to referee, so I see no use for it. Except to carry one of those with me when I want to move a ball or clean a ball.
So here's the decision: does he just stop this ball?
I think he brings it all the way back, especially with the new cloth. No, he's going to follow. So yeah, he's going to use the window between the 4-7, because he's got to come back up for the 8. But now,
by the 8,
it looks like he's going to play shape for the 3-8 combo. Or does he go right back through the same window he's going down?
Well, if he's thin, he goes right through the same window.
Yeah.
The
he
cue
went right in
ball
the
is going
pocket.
right in the drink.
Right in the pocket. That's what I didn't like about that.
What a tough rack that
Opportunity
is.
for game number 4.
Well, let's see if Donny Mills can hold it together and clamber back. You can only play this game one at a time, right?
Yep.
So just get through this one and see what happens in the next one.
Oscar just rolled his eyes back in his head going, what did I just do? I mean, I don't know about, I think every player does, is when you're on the hill, all you can think is break and run, break and run, break and run, control, just don't scratch, whatever you might goes through your mind.
Yeah, I always think, please hang the money ball so I can carom or combination into it and just be over.
In fact, I say it to myself, break and run, control. Control the strike, don't let it get away.
Get up there.
Not going to. It's not going to.
So
I'm sorry. I was looking at the 8 ball for position.
No, that's just, this angle, he's got to go forward now.
Yes.
And he just miscued.
How often do you see that? He came right across the top of the ball.
And unfortunately,
he was using an open bridge.
That was on the case game, and he's conceded the match. He's conceded the match from here.
Open bridge, and he just came across the top of the ball. It was like the cue stick jumped out of his hand.
Well, Oscar Domínguez beats Donny Mills 10-3 in this the U.S. Open 10-ball championship.
And you get a good view there of the Predator Arena, where we're having all these. Where the U.S. Open is being held.
So you got a lot of pool coming up. We'll be back in about 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
3 o'clock is the next match.
So thanks everybody. This is Freddie Agnew. I'm here with George.
Teya.
All right, George. Thank you.
Tucson and San Diego coming at you.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in.